Manchester United obviously want Alejandro Garnacho back and firing as soon as possible. The young starlet being ruled out of the upcoming Under-20s World Cup due to injury may save them a tough decision. Garnacho has been the breakthrough star of the season at Old Trafford. The exciting winger promised big things last year with his scintillating performances in the FA Youth Cup, which saw United lift the prestigious trophy for the first time since 2011. Despite those lofty expectations which are inevitable for such a thrilling talent, the teenager has surpassed them in style. It helps that in Erik ten Hag not only does he have a manager who made a habit of giving talent a chance at Ajax, but also someone who knows exactly how to nurture them to become world-class players. The Dutchman was very patient at first. Aside from a minute in the opening defeat to Brighton, Garnacho had to wait until November before he saw any Premier League action. He got minutes in the Europa League and in just his second start scored the winner against Real Sociedad before 10 days later he got his first league goal with a last-gasp winner against Fulham. He also picked up 2 assists in the match in between. The temptation to play such a talented player must have been hard to resist, but Ten Hag showed restraint in not throwing the raw and inexperienced kid straight into the firing line. The cautious approach paid dividends as after the World Cup, Garnacho was involved all the time. Once domestic football resumed, he started or came on in 23 consecutive games and was often making important contributions. An assist against Manchester City was the highlight, but he also scored against Leeds and West Ham. Then some bad luck finally struck as Garnacho suffered an ankle injury against Southampton in mid-March and he has been sidelined since. United have missed his directness on the ball, invention around the box and impact off the bench. It was great to see him returning to field work this week, and with a lot of important games to come, the sooner he is back the better. The only problem is, even if Garnacho does get back fit, he may still miss the all-important run in any way. Despite being a FIFA tournament, the upcoming Under-20 World Cup won't be played during the usual international breaks for some baffling reason. It gets underway on May 20th and players will likely be linking up with their national teams a week before. Argentina will be taking part in the competition and, understandably, they want their hottest prospect to play. If United reach the FA Cup final, then their season will not conclude until June 3, which is a long time to be without an important player. It's likely he would miss the 3 last league fixtures of the season against Wolves, Bournemouth and Fulham and, should United go that far, the second leg of the semi-final and final of the Europa League as well as the final of the FA Cup. It's no surprise, therefore, that according to reports in Argentina, United do not want Garnacho to play in the tournament. It's an understandable position. United don't want to lose one of their first-team regulars going into the final, crucial games of the season, and there may be concern over a heavy workload so soon after a troubling injury. But maybe they should be a little careful. Though Garnacho's immediate future is secured until at least 2025, given there's an option to extend his contract by a further 12 months, they have still yet to tie him down to a serious long-term deal. With juggernauts Real Madrid seemingly sniffing around, there's good reason for wanting him to sign for even longer. The last thing United want to do is risk upsetting Garnacho and unsettling him ahead of any upcoming negotiations. especially as a Madrid-born player may well be tempted to return home. The allure of playing for Los Blancos is hard for many players to resist as it is, and United would do well not to push him in that direction. Garnacho himself might not want to play, but that seems unlikely. The Under-20 World Cup is taken seriously in Argentina, and they have won it more than any other nation with 6. The last time they won was in 2007, and the likes of Sergio Aguero, Ángel Di María, Alejandro Gómez, Mauro Zarate, Ever Banega and Sergio Romeo were all involved. They also claimed gold 2 years prior with a team dominated by Lionel Messi, captained by Pablo Zabaleta, and including several more players who went on to become full internationals. Doing well in the tournament is a way for hopeful stars to catapult themselves into the senior side, and it's hard to see Garnacho wanting to give that opportunity up. After switching his allegiance from Spain to Argentina and making his debut for the youth teams, he wrote on social media, "Proud to wear this shirt. 4 games, 4 goals. Denying a player the chance to represent their country can often end very badly, and United may want to think of the consequences before sticking to their guns."
Now